Who is Shilo? A Dvar Torah for Parashat Veyechi. If I want to show Parashat Veyechi the respect it deserves, I need to diverge from my usual style of writing. Unlike most of Parashat Bereshit that describe events where the role of the commentator is to try and clarify what is written, a significant part of Parashat Veyechi quotes the blessings that Yaakov gives his sons and grandsons, at least according to Rashi, or maybe the prophecies that will happen at the end of days, which is according to the Ibn Ezra. This shifts the interpretation from the peshat level to the midrashic realm. By definition, the effectiveness of blessings and prophecies are examined in the historical sphere. Blessings or prophecies that were fulfilled after they were given are considered successful, so it's natural that the traditional commentators suggest varied historical responses regarding the realization of these prophecies. What I wasn't aware of was the extent of this variety. This week's study will focus on Yehudah's blessing. The scepter shall not depart from Yehudah until Shiloh comes. The question is, who is Shiloh? We'll start from the end. The most famous answer is Rashi's, who explains that Shiloh refers to the Mashiach, to whom the kingdom belongs. Shiloh, a play of words with sh.l.h, his. It should be emphasized that this is Rashi's peshat interpretation, but the midrashic source he brings does not change the conclusion, only the way we arrive at it. According to the midrash, the Mashiach is called Shiloh because gifts, shais, are brought to him, Shelo. The reason this explanation is considered the end is that it's the furthest point in history reached by the commentators. There are others who explain that the verse refers to the days of Mashiach, like Rabbeinu Ovadia Sforno, who explains that the word Shiloh comes from the root sh.w.l, meaning fringe or end, together with sh.l.h, meaning peace, shalom, referring to the good end or the end of days, but it will be somewhat taxing to find a later historical point than the end of history. Slightly earlier in history is the Christian claim, which unsurprisingly says that it is their prophet. Their literal argument is that the word Shiloh is related to the word shaliach, apostle, and their interpretive argument is that it cannot refer to the future Mashiach king because the scepter, which they interpret strictly as meaning monarchy, is not supposed to depart from Yehudah, and it has already departed from the appearance of the Jewish Mashiach, meaning there is a point when there is no Jewish king. Rashbam and Rabbi Avraham ben Arambam both deal with the Christians' argument explicitly, Rashbam with their literal argument, and Rabbi Avraham with their historical argument. According to Rashbam, there's no need for a far-fetched literal explanation. The simple explanation of the word until Shiloh comes, or actually ad ki yavo Shiloh, is until Yehudah or his representative come to Shiloh, meaning ad ki yavo sh.l.h. Therefore, Rashbam explains that it refers to the splitting of the kingdom when King Rechavam comes to Shiloh, which is near Shechem, where Yerovam begins ruling over the tribes of the northern kingdom of Israel. Although the city of Shiloh itself does not explicitly mention, Chizkuni completes the missing link for us, saying that Shiloh referred to Achia HaShiloni, the prophet who anoints Yerovam, dating the fulfillment of the prophecy slightly earlier to the splitting of the kingdom. Rabbi Avraham ben Arambam rejects the Christians' historical argument, saying that if the departure of the scepter strictly referred to the monarchy, also the Christian interpretation would be negated because their prophet did not live until the Second Temple period. While during the Second Temple period there were kings from the house of Yehudah until the Christian Mashiach's lifetime, this interpretation ignores the 70 years of exile between the First and Second Temple, where there was no monarchy. Therefore, Rabbi Avraham explains that scepter shall not depart refers to varying styles of ruling, including nisi'im, governors, judges, and rashei gola. As such, the Christian Mashiach has no advantage over the Jewish one. If we go back a little further in time, we come across a dispute between Ibn Ezra and Ramban. Ibn Ezra explains, among other interpretations, but this is the one Ramban chooses to emphasize, that Shiloh refers to David, and the verse speaks of the era when nations served David's tribe, meaning Yehudah, as seen in the stories of David. Ramban prefers to date matters a little later and claim it does not refer to David himself, but rather to his son Shlomo, since it can't be that the claim scepter shall not depart refers to the first king from the tribe of Yehudah. If so, then when exactly did Yehudah have time to rule? Rabbeinu Yaakov Baal HaTurim, in his short commentary, offers his signature fascinating explanation, suggesting it refers to Moshe, since the numerical value of Shiloh, Shin Yud Lamed Hey, is Moshe, Mem Shin Hey. He claims that Yaakov placed the tribe of Yehudah in charge of Bnei Israel in Egypt, and when Moshe took charge, things could have gotten messy. But the interpretation I find most interesting is that of Midrash Rabbah, which says, "The scepter shall not depart from Yehudah." This refers to Machir. As it is written, "En Chitzron married the daughter of Machir, father of Gilad." And it is written, "From Machir came down generals." The rule of Yehudah survived one generation until Machir, son of Menashe, son of Yosef, came and conquered the Gilad, and Chitzron, Yehudah's grandson, marries Machir's daughter. What do I find so interesting about this interpretation? Mainly that I do not have enough information about it, so it will require some delving into. And I am Dovi Holtz, one who loves delving in Tanakh. Le'ilui nishmat talmidi hagibor ve'ahuv Amichai Shimon ben Ishai ve'Batya Rubin Hashem Yikom Damo.